And then if they win versus Legia, who are obviously top at the moment, they play them at home in match day 5, then it's going to be a double upgrade and close, if not in, the Hullet gang. Hello and welcome back to the channel. I'm Michael, aka The Crusher, and today we've got another tier list slash team review coming your way, and it's for the Road to the Knockouts Team 2. Obviously came out last night, going out on Saturday morning when you're watching this, so hopefully we can leave this going well for you, but let's get into it. So once again, we have 11 cards in the team. There's also an SBC Bernardo Silva, which I believe is probably one of the best SBCs we've got this year. Along with that Fakir SBC, I think he's like 100k, so very similar price to Fakir. City are definitely going to get through. They should get the 3 wins from 3. Obviously, they already won in midweek against Club Brugge. Got them in a couple of weeks again. So they should get double upgrades on that. But we've not had upgrades confirmed yet, so not too sure if it's going to be like a +2 and then a +1, as in like an inform and then a +1 on top of that, or if it's going to be two +1s or 2+2s. Not seen anything confirmed yet, so we're all eagerly waiting to see what sort of upgrades got. We also got Cruz from not Real Madrid but Union Berlin. I mean, yeah, you should have to look on Twitter to see the reaction to that. Quite unusual with that pace, but hey ho, it is what it is. It's a free card in the day. Good SPC fodder for some time in the future. Anyway, got 11 cards to go through today, from Champions League through to the Europa League through to the Europa Conference League. Still feels weird saying that. We'll get used to it eventually. But we've got clubs from all over Europe, some big clubs in there, some big names in here. So yeah, let's start at the top. We've got an 89 Marco Reus. We might be starting on the wrong foot. It's the first time you've watched one of these, because I'm going to put Marco Reus on the transfer list. 2 reasons. The first one at the moment is 400k on Xbox, so I think for that price you can actually get a couple of better players in that position. The second one is due to the upgrades. So, yeah, a very nice card, don't get me wrong, but it looks like he's only going to get 1 upgrade. Obviously, match day 3 against Ajax, when they were playing away at Ajax, they lost 4-0. So now they need 3 wins from 3 wins from 3, get my words out, for both upgrades, which is doable because it's Dortmund. But Haaland, I think he got injured, or it was released that he was injured today or yesterday when you're watching this video. So it would be tough, and for that reason, put him on the transfer list. I think for the coins, you might as well take them and run. Potentially going to be better players coming through in the next few weeks, but he is a good card, don't get me wrong. The second one, again, one of the best centre mids in the whole entire game, Frenkie de Jong of Barcelona. But again, you might not agree with it, so let me know in the comments down below. We'll put him on the transfer list purely because for the coins you'd get, 670k if you're wondering, on Xbox at the time of filming, you can get something like Kante as a DM, the best DM in the whole game, no doubt about that. Plus, you're going to have 250k spare to bring in another player or bring in another few players. You could bring in a Pogba, you could bring in Bruno, you could bring in others to link into that Kante you've bought. And then you look at the upgrades. So yeah, he's 89, very nice card. Like, don't get me wrong, both of these cards that I've spoke about already are nice cards. De Jong, as I mentioned, one of the best centre mids in the game. But when you look at the upgrades, obviously they beat Dynamo Kiev in match day 3. PK scored, didn't he? But they're playing Benfica in match day 5, who they've already lost to, and they play Bayern match day 6. To be fair, Bayern could be qualified by then, so they might rest a few players. They should beat Kiev away, like, realistically. So there's a potential for both upgrades, but because there's so much sort of up in the air at the moment, for me, I'd rather take the coins, invest in other players, and then if they get the upgrades, fairs, but it could crash if, for example, they lose against Dynamo Kiev in match day 4. So that's the reason why we've done that. The next one, Teemo Werner. Huge W. I loved his gold card. There's some flaws with him, like his finishing at time was a bit bad, but is what it is. But he's the most expensive card in Team 2. 100% keep this item. They're in a very, very strong position to qualify. They've already got one of the 3 wins needed. They beat Malmo in midweek. He's definitely going to get 1 upgrade because it'll be Juve and Chelsea going from that one. Second one could be dependent on when they qualify, because they've got Zenit away in match day 6. They've got obviously Malmo in match day 4, Juve in match day 5, and then Zenit in match day 6. So realistically, they'll beat Malmo. So that's 2 out of the 3 wins needed. Juventus is going to be a tough one. If they can get the 3 points there, you've got the upgrade. But if it goes to that last game, Juve and Chelsea could already be through. They then play Leeds in the Premier League after that Zenit game, they're traveling all the way to Russia, all the way back. They might want to rest a few players, and that means that you might not be able to get the second upgrade. But as I mentioned, most expensive card from Team 2, definitely keep this item. Exos Navas is up next, and I've seen a few people say that his right back is one of the best in the game. I've not used it myself, but Group G is wide open, so it's a very, very hard one to call. They've drawn all 3 of their games so far. Salzburg are currently top, then it's Sevilla in second, and then Lille and Wolfsburg are on 2 points below Sevilla. So it could be tricky to get both upgrades, and for that reason, I think he's priced about 100k at the moment. We're going to stick him on the transfer list because although he's a very nice right back, and as I mentioned, some people think he's Inform was one of the best in the game. With the, again, it's similar to Barcelona. With the sort of doubt of being able to get both upgrades, that makes it a little bit tricky because his value could go up, his value could go down. It all depends on what happens in match day 4. And then we're on to the 5th card we're going to talk about, an 85 Fred. And let's be honest, United have been hit and miss this year in the Champions League. Cristiano Ronaldo's had to save him twice. Obviously had that late winner against Villarreal in added time. And then in midweek, they faced Atalanta, 2-0 down, turned it around again in the second half to win 3-2, meaning they've already got one of the 3 wins needed for one of those upgrades. And they currently top the group. They've got 7 points, I believe, or is it 6 points? 7. 6? 7? I can't remember. I think it's 6 because they lost against Young Boys, won against Villarreal and Atalanta. But now they faced 2 tough away games against those teams that I mentioned that they beat, and then they finish at home against Young Boys. However, I think United, because of the win in midweek, have a better chance of qualifying, so a better chance of getting double upgrades. And based on that fact, plus the fact they've got Ronaldo, who can save them at any time going off what he's done in the Champions League, we'll keep that item. We got another Brazilian player next, Lucas Verisimo. Obviously, there was huge hype about him prior to FIFA 22 being released. He's not appeared in as many teams as I thought he'd appear in, and he's the cheapest of Team 2. The group team with Bayern and Barcelona, and obviously lost 4-0 against Bayern in match day 3. All their goals came after the 70th minute, though, so they held their own for quite a bit. They're unlikely to get both upgrades because in match day 3, as I mentioned, they've lost. They've got Bayern next. If Bayern win, they'll qualify, and so it leaves them at an outside chance of qualification if they repeat their matchday 2 win against Barcelona. Obviously, this time it's going to be at the Camp Nou, so it's going to be a little bit more tricky in an away game, but it's just, it's hard. But because they've got Bayern next, I don't think they're going to get any of the upgrades, so we're going to quick sell Verisimo. However, looks like a solid card. Just, yeah, sorry to all the Benfica fans out there. Now we're into the Europa League cards. We have 4 Europa League cards in Team 2. Starting with Yuri Tillmans, obviously of Leicester. And a group, again, it's wide open after 3 match days. 3 points separate top, Legia Warsaw, and bottom, Spartak, I think. Yes, I think it's Spartak. Obviously, Patson Daka was the hero in midweek. He scored 4 goals as Leicester came back to win 4-3 against Spartak. So if they do that, so if they repeat that feat in match day 4, it means they're going to have 2 wins. And then if they win versus Legia, who are obviously top at the moment, they play them at home in match day 5, then it's going to be a double upgrade and close, if not in, the Hullet gang. So for that reason, they're in a strong position for both upgrades. We're going to keep this item because he could be probably one of the best Premier League midfielders as we head into Team of the Year, because that's when the upgrades will probably come around, like December. I think it's like first week of December when match day 6 is over. So yeah, we're going to keep Tillmans. We'll also keep the next item, Tapsoba, obviously of Leverkusen, the bane of everyone's life in midweek. Obviously, everyone was properly rooting for Betis for that Nabil Fekir SBC. But a late equaliser from Robert Andrek meant that it was finished 1-1. But both teams are now top with 7 points, so should get at least 1 upgrade with both of them qualifying. However, like Fekir, are we going to get both upgrades? No. It's a shame. If I had to choose between Fekir and Tapsoba getting the upgrade, I'd go Fekir for the 3 wins out of 4, just because I feel like it'd be a lot better with the double upgrade. Like, Tapsoba's already a monster, and I really liked his Future Stars card last year. But yeah, Betis next, and then Celtic, and I can't remember the other team in the group. But yeah, it means that he'll probably only get 1 upgrade, but we'll keep this item. Next up, Marvi from Marseille. Now, this card, I really, really like the look of. With an anchor, he's got very similar stats to Theo Hernandez. I believe Theo's got more pace, and Marvy's got better defending and the same physical. And the other stats are very similar as well. I think there's one total stat in it in terms of face stats on the card with the anchor applied. But again, like I mentioned, similar to Sevilla, 3 games so far, 3 draws, and they've only scored 1 goal in those 3 games. It's going to be tough to get out of the group. They've got Galatasaray in there. I can't remember for the life of me who the other team is. Galatasaray and Lazio, sorry. And they've got Lazio next, obviously drew 0-0 in midweek. Going off the current form, is a chance of getting the 3 wins from 3 to get the upgrade. Obviously, the 3rd in League 1 at this moment in time. However, I'm torn between transfer list because despite its low value, it's probably worth selling on. You can get a decent amount for it, or quick sell because of how tough it's going to be for the upgrades. So, I don't know, it's hard. Let us know where you put him, but going off the 3 draws, 1 goal scored, we're going to put him in the quick sell tier. However, that can quickly change depending if they beat Lazio, and I'd love to get him in my team. I've got Theo in at the moment. It'd be nice to get a live card in, but yeah, due to the upgrades, we're going to quick sell him. 2 cards left, starting with Diatta from Monaco, another Ligue 1 player. They've already got 1 win out of the 3 wins needed for one of the upgrades after Sofiane Diop's late winner against PSV in the week. They top the group ahead of Real Sociedad, obviously have the road to the knockouts Alexander Isak card as well. They should go through going off the results, but we've got 2 big games next, PSV and then Sociedad. They're both at home though, so that's a little bit of a boost for that second upgrade. 100% keep this item. I've already played against him. He's very dangerous to play against. However, you need a good finishing style on him, or finishing chem style on him. He's missing a very easy chances, I should say. So you probably need a finisher on him to fix that. But yeah, it'll definitely, I think he should get 1 upgrade, if not both, because obviously they beat PSV as well. So yeah, 100% keep this item. And then the last card, again, it's sort of like, yes, no. 84 El Shaarawy. They had a shocking result in midweek, didn't they? They lost 6-1 against the Norwegian side, Bodo Glimt. Hopefully I've pronounced that right. The first time a Jose Mourinho side has ever, bear in mind who he's managed, has conceded 6 goals in 1 game. Horrific result. But realistically, he should get both upgrades. They need 3 wins from the next 3. Jose is not going to want to lose again. He'll want revenge, and they've already beaten the other 2 sides in the group. Zoya Luhansk from Ukraine, hopefully I pronounced that right, and CSK Sofia. So he should get the double upgrade. So we're going to keep him in the club. Obviously, he's weak foot, 3-star, 4-star skills, but I think he could be a very, very nice super sub with that high pace coming off the bench, similar to the way that a goal attempt Maximin or an Info Lozano at the moment for me, goal of my personal experience. But that is my review. That's my tier list. Let me know in the comments down below what you think of my choices and what you think of Team 2. Definitely think it's better than Team 1. Just the upgrades now are the issue with Matchday 3 just happening in midweek. But yeah, that is it for today's video. Hopefully you have enjoyed it. If you have, hit that like button. As I mentioned, comment below what you think of Team 2 and my ranking system. And most importantly, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.